golden days drifting far away. Light is leaving town. Colors fade, but I'm thinking we stay just for a little while. Let's lose track of time. Darling, stay for a little longer while.
Okay folks, welcome back. And this week I'm starting to put the walls up. So I'm doing this on my own, so it's quite tough, especially when we've got a floor down either. So I'm balancing and carrying and lifting and fixing. Anyway, so what I've done is I've checked a laser line from there to there. Okay, and that's perfectly level, that is. Okay, and then I've fixed one upright with coach bolts 6 inches deep into the granites. There's going to be a tie from wall to wall on this side and behind me as well, so it'll hold all this together. And then when I do the A-frame, there'll be collars, and then collars will stop the deflection of the roof this way, so this can't go that way, it can only go downwards. So what I'm doing now is just putting all the uprights in. So I've made my marks on the base plate, and then I've put a level up, this level here, up to there. But before I did that, I put this post up. This ain't the end post, this is just a nearer post for me because I didn't have much scaffold to work off there. But I've got to go right to here, then here, and that will connect up here. And then when I build this corner up with timbers, there'll be 3 timbers in this corner that makes it structurally strong going that way. So what I've done is I've levelled it plumb. I've plumbed it that way and plumbed it that way, both ways. Then braced it over, screwed it. Always screw them, don't nail them. Alright, so you can adjust. And that gives me a dead plumb piece of timber. Then I put these little pegs on each side screwed in. Same with that end down here, because it's a heavy timber, this one. And then I lifted it up that side, hooked it in, came over here, lifted it up over the top, hooked it in, and fixed it. So it's fixed in the top, fixed in the top down there. So as you see, there's quite a lot of work in these sort of jobs, and especially on your own. Ordinarily, if there was, say, 2 or 3 of us, I'd make this up as a whole frame, 7 metres long, on the floor when the floor's down, and then stand it up and brace it. But because I'm on my own on this, I can't afford to do that, because if I start to push it, it goes, I lose it. Then I've got to dismantle it all down there and rebuild it. So I'm doing it this way, I'm building it in situ. A bit slower, a bit more precarious because I'm walking around on this all the time. Look, you can see down here my feet are on the joist, so I've got to think about every foot movement, every foot placement. That's the key to it, you know, you just got to keep thinking. Okay then, so got them uprights into there. Gonna have a window in here and then more uprights here, but I need to get all the sheets of which is under this polycarbonate to keep protected, of OSB for flooring, the 18mm. But that's the wall. It's nice and strong, and if you're wondering, it'll be tied in a post at the end going that way with a timber framework, because it's going to have an apex on there built on top, and then a ridge beam, a ridge through the middle. It's actually a ridge beam, yeah, because it's supporting, and it will have some brace tying, and maybe some brace tying in this as well. Probably will be actually, because we don't want it to rack that way. Not that it should with these bolts in the wall, but there's a lot of weight up there when it's up there. But in the middle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a double A-frame made up with a collar tie in the centre. Everything's bolted, so that'll be sitting in the centre, and that will hold the centre of the ridge, and that will also pull in the sides to stop them wanting to flex out. And you can see that I've put a heavy timber up here, so this is a 2.5 inch wall, plate, if you like, wall plate I'd call it really, but it's solid. And then if you're wondering on the outside, let me get a bit closer for you. I've got to look down, so a bit of funny camera work. So on the outside of this, okay, what you're going to have is you're going to have 15mm OSB. Then on top of that, you're going to have waterproof membrane for the wall. And then on top of that, there'll be battens. And then on top of that, there will be backer board, so I can render it, put render on. And then, once that's all done, I'll be putting on a false oak column barge look. So the top of this building will have stone on the bottom, and then a column barge. For those in England and America, that'll be Tudor look, sort of Tudor, you know, oak beams and timbers and braces on the outside. And I've got some lovely oak for that. I've got some old woodworm ridden treated though. I think you've seen it before. What I've done on the other side of the kitchen. Anyway, so now probably going to start that side now, tackle that side, get the post in there, drill it in. It's getting a bit late, it's about 5 o'clock, so might be able to just get that in and maybe that corner, not sure.
I've been working so hard to get you out my head, but I can't stop my thinking for the words that you have said. You told me that you loved me, how could I forget? Now it's spinning around inside my head. So I hold on, however long, till we both rocking on the porch. Yeah, I hold on till the morning comes. Promise that you'll be in my house. Throw another log on, is what she said to me. Just because the stars out doesn't mean we need to sleep. So I wrote her a love song to show her how I feel, to tell her she is all I ever need. So I hold on, however long, till we both rocking on the porch. Yeah, I hold.
So I just want to address a few issues from last week's video, in the comments mainly. People asking questions, which is natural and we love it, and it gets you the old brain box going. So let's deal with the first one. First one is this area above the doorway, okay? Let me go in here, it'll be easier. So this all has to come down, okay? And I'm going to be doing it from a dry area inside here because I want to keep this dry through the winter. I don't want the rain to come on it. So we started to construct the building above, and it sits on a double plate up there, an I-beam plate if you like. So it's all secure, it doesn't lean down. And it's easy enough to remove all this and then put the new lintel in. And remember, it's going a little bit higher, so it'll be about there. So that's that issue. We're doing that because someone asked, oh, you said you was going to be doing this, but you haven't done it. It's going to be done. You know, we can only do so many things at a time, but there is a plan and a method to everything we're doing. The other question was, why don't you put a, which is a good idea actually, but it's not that easy. Why don't we put a skylight up here in the roof of Velux to give light down the staircase? And that will probably come in the future. The reason we ain't doing that now is this is a workshop, okay? It could be a Jeep business in the future, but you have to get permissions, and you have to ask permissions to change the dwelling, okay, into a dwelling. So that window there was originally somewhere within that place. There was a window there, and there's evidence of that from photographs from the past. So we can't just put a window skylight in. You need permissions. We can't put windows in anywhere here. Not so much the back, but here where the road view is. We can't do it on the upstairs wall without permissions. We can't put roof lights in without permissions. That you're doing it or saying you're doing it when you did your declaration of works, right? The other thing was asked a question about this column. Why is there holes in it? Well, basically, when you make this size of column, you normally infill that with bricks as you're going up and there. But I didn't have no bricks, and I will be getting some bricks. And I wanted a couple of holes there because I'm going to run lighting and cable out there. It's nice and easy rather than drilling through the wall. So I've got the holes there, just use it, right? What's the other question? The other question is why didn't we have some light in here? Because it's going to be dark in this dining area. Well, if you can see through here, let's have a look. Maybe you can see. The floor level comes to above my head, outside. Okay, so the windows would have to be jammed up really high up here, little thin windows, and it would look ugly, and it would compromise the structure because this concrete wall is very strong, and can take a massive weight. All right, but as you go above there, you've got the whole weight of the gable end, which is going to be on there. Then you've got the ridge, which is leaning on that gable end. Okay, just had a spider drop on my head, bloody things. And you've got that ridge sitting on there with approximately 2.5 to 3 tons of roofing material. Things like slate, battens, whatever. Anyway, so that's them questions. So we've got one window here, and you can see the floor level is open. Once we clear this space, it's open here. All right, but this is all built up here, and it comes up across. This all has to be backfilled. Okay, once we seal this wall, tank it out, then we can backfill this, and actually gives a bit of strength to the wall because it stops the wall, you know, from pushing outwards, which it won't anyway. But that's the reasons we can't have windows. So basically, when you come here, you've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks above you where you can put a window in. But what we will have is a mass of lighting in here, electrical lighting. Okay, I'm aiming for a minimum of 6 double high light, high luminum LED in here, and possibly might even go up to 12. We'll see. It's all down to cost because all these things cost a lot of money. And then the same at the top. So while it's a workshop, we're leaving it as a workshop. I don't need that light. I just need the electric light for working. And when we come to maybe 2 years down, 3 years down the line, thinking about doing the other barn up, or, you know, maybe before, we see, then it's all down to finances. The barn up, and then we can decide, right, we're going to go to the local commune and our Mary and ask for permissions to turn it into another dwelling. Can we put some windows in, blah, 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 and just follow the rules and, you know, and comply with everything, and then you can basically get that sort of sorted then. But when I said I was future-proofing it, I was building it in a structural way that is good enough for a dwelling, right? You can put massive insulation in that floor, a massive insulation in them walls up there because they're 6 inches wide. They're going all the way around. The roof will be the same. Down here, what we would do is you would just insulate the walls with inside, timber frame them, insulate like I've done in the kitchen, and that gives you a good insulation. We've got brilliant insulation in our kitchen. Anyway, I hope that's answered most of your questions. And, you know, none of the questions are silly as such. They're just, you don't understand what's going on, and I understand that you're asking the questions because you want to know, and that's fair enough. And please keep them up. Keep coming with the questions because I'll answer them for you. All right? morning I'm up here. I've done this wall here and just laid a few sheets down for safety to walk on. And then we got Tracy over here.
Hello.
Do you want to tell me what you're doing, Trace?
Yep, I'm just putting some concrete, I don't know if you can see,
Yep.
in these gaps here, just filling them up. It just gives it that sort of, what do we say, Budo? Belt and braces.
Belt and braces. It locks the blocks in because I ran out of muck when I done that last course. So Tracy's just filling it back in for us now.
And a little trick Budo showed me is put your concrete in, get your trowel from side to side, and that evens everything out.
Yeah, it drops it down. It makes it go down. Let's show us how you're doing it. Go on.
Do you like the technique?
Yes, cool.
I'll be a bricklayer soon.
Yeah, no, you never know.
You never know.
You can be whatever you want to be.
You can, that's true.
Put your mind to it. You can be whatever you want to be. It don't matter if you're a man or woman. Just men are better.
We will not get on that argument on the video.
It's looking good, though.
Replies, comments in the comment section, women.
Oh, I'm in
This
for a
is
hiding
like-
because most of our viewers are women anyway.
You know that song, this is a man's world.
Yep.
Well, now it's not a man's world.
Let me just show them, Trace, what you've got a couple to do. So why Tracy's doing this, she's locking the blocks in. It's the last course. I've done a couple, but I ran out. And I've done a couple over there when I've done the blocks, but she's going to fill them in as well. And then I'm going to lay this DPC, or DPM, sorry, damp proof membrane on there. And then these two timbers here are my wall plates that go on top of there. And then I'm going to spring this wall off and start building it. And let me go backwards and show you. Watch where I'm stepping. I'm walking backwards. Right, so the whole of this wall here, I'm going to build this wall as a straight line like that first, right? And I was contemplating on putting a hip roof in on the corner, but I can't seem to find them in this area, so I can't go to that extent. So I'm going to keep with a gable end. Everything in France is done mainly with gable ends or mansarded roofs, all right? If you don't know what that is, just look it up on the internet, mansarded roof. Anyway, so I can build all this wall in here, then I can build this wall here and connect it up like a big box. And what was I getting at? I've lost me train of thought. Yeah, so I'll get to here, but what I'm toying with is on the centre, where the centre of that beam is running a longer timber up there because I need to reach up to 5.3 metres to hit the ridge board, which is up here. Look. So that ridge board is going to be up there, and it's going to come across right out there. But what this is going to create for us is it's going to give us a 2.5 metre high room upstairs here. And then it's going to allow us to have nearly 2 metres of headroom inside the top loft space. So we're going to get a 2.5 metre wide floor area. So technically we're becoming 3 floors. So I'm going to get 2.5 metre wide by the 7 metres this way, or just over 7 metres this way, giving us another storage area to keep stuff and that, you know. But anyway, just waiting on Tracy now, so
Yeah, I'm just going to move to
you move yourself over.
then go down that one, and then I'm going to do the big one on the corner as well.
Great, and then we can crack on. I can start cutting all this timbers in today. Looking forward to it.
The rain. Well, we're not forecast rain, are we? We've just got a lot of cloud over the next couple of days, but sunshine.
We can't trust it though, can we?
No.
We just got to push on. Right, let's crack on. Okay, folks. I've just seen something around the corner here, and I want you to see this. Very, very rare animal. But I've got to be really quiet and creep up on it, all right? I'll tell you what it is in a minute when we get to there, right? Just got to be really quiet. You'll see it in a minute. Come in focus. It's over the back of this Hooshausen. Let me get there. Oh, Jesse, come here. Right. Yeah, it's still there. Can you see it? It's a lesser spotted giraffe, a European lesser spotted giraffe. Oh shit, sorry. It's not, it's me chipper. Never mind.
Golden days drifting far away. Light is leaving town. Colors fade, but I'm thinking we stay just for a little while. Let's lose track of time. Darling, stay for a little longer while I hold your time. We'll wait, so just rest your head upon my shoulder. Nothing in our way is colder, but the day's not over yet. Summer nights, watch them go by as we fight off the cold. Holding you tight, you know just what I'm thinking. I don't want this moment to go. No, I don't want this moment to go. Let's lose track of time. Darling, stay for a little longer while I hold your time. We'll wait, so just rest your head upon my shoulder. Nothing in our way is colder, but the day's not over yet.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this side up, and the beam, I'm going to put it in there.
Yeah.
I want you to come behind me and then hold on to it, Trace, all right?
Yeah, okay.
So it's pushing against that wall.
Yeah.
I'm going to lift that end over onto here,
Okay.
and then I'm going to nail it
Yeah.
in position. That's why all these braces are here, to stop the wall moving
Yeah.
anyway, all right?
Yeah.
So, and then once I get that nailed in, then I can mark out where all my uprights are. Because how I'm going to tie these walls in is by that back wall. It's fixed to the main wall.
Yeah.
And when I do the apex roofing framework,
Yes.
there'll be a floor put into there. There'll be like a tie collar, and then there'll be another collar. So it's a double collared apex frame. So that's
And
holder.
it holds it all together.
Yeah, so I can get rid of all them then.
Yeah.
Right.
This is just for safety.
Right. So are you ready?
Yeah, after 3.
No, you don't lift nothing.
No, you go first.
Yeah. Oh. Hold on to that. Right, got it?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to start lifting now.
Yeah.
Put your hand on the outside tray. So you're turn around that way, your hand's the other way. So you're facing the wall.
Yeah, I got it. Go
Got
on.
it, yeah? Right, 1, 2, 3. Hang on. Okay, now I'm going to just bang it up to the wall. Is it up to the wall?
Yeah.
You can let go of it now. Just check it's on the wall.
Little tad more, but it might be the stones.
Right, let's do a bit more.
Come on, keep going. No, it's a tad, but I
It's a
think
stone.
it's a stone.
Alright. That's good.
Okay.
So now I'm just going to put a fixing in here. That's on. Right, let me get fixing in that side. And then I can put all the uprights in then. Work out where the windows are going to go.
Oh, you got them over already.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, it's getting exciting.
Well, let's just explain. So what we've done, you can see we've put the head in like we've got on the outside. I put a laser there this morning just to fire over to there and to that corner and to get my heights. Okay, so we know that this is all flat and plain level. All right. Then I'm going to put the uprights in here to take the bow out of that bit of timber, and then at the same time I'll work out the windows. So the roof will sit on top of these on a bird's mouth over the top with the extra hanging out, and then it will go up quite high pitch quick, and as it goes up about 2 feet or so, then they'll put I'll put joists in this way, okay, going across, and that will tie it in as an A-frame. And then when I get up on that floor, I'll put collars in again, tie them in again, okay. That's just going to be a loft space up there basically for storage, but it gives us 3 levels, which is lovely.
That's actually the bit I'm really looking forward
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
is when the apex
Yeah.
roof goes, because then it will start to look like a building.
And what will make that strong and stop it flexing out like that or moving about is in the centre there'll be like a double framed, bolted A-frame with bracing in. And at the end, on the gable end, they'll have a similar configuration to make it all solid over there, but with a back brace facing this way, back to this wall, in the loft space. And what that does is it stops it racking away. Racking means when it all folds over like cards. To stop that, so we put bracing in there, and then there'll be bracing in the walls, both sides, as well, pointing back to the house to stop it wanting to fall that way. So we're tying it back to this house. And then here, from that wall plate to this wall plate, will be a big heavy timber going across, and that'll be bolted in the wall and bolted down into the frames. So basically it stops it moving anyway. It'll be solid when it's done. You'll be able to have a party up here.
Yeah, do you know, I could bring the green chairs up. It could be another place for us to sit and have a cup of tea.
So,
What do you reckon?
let's put a speed ramp on, I think, and let me do all these in here. And then you'll see this wall finished today as well.
Lie awake in the morning with a light upon her skin. Coffee cup before the day begins. Don't go, stay a while. We'll slow it all the way back Time is still and there's nowhere to be. Birds are talking outside, getting space for the words we hold inside to come out. So stay a while, we'll slow it all the way back down.
All done?
Last one in now. I'm just going to put the BPM over and then you can put the wall plate on.
That was a bit of a mission, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it keeps you fit, doesn't it?
Yeah, up and down,
Definitely
up and down.
works their muscles. So that's another job ticked off the list.
I've been working so hard to get you out my head, but I can't stop my thinking for the words that you have said. You told me that you loved me, how could I forget? Now it's spinning around inside my head. So I hold on, however long, till we both rocking on the porch. Yeah, hold on.
I've just started raking out from the top all the way down, and I'm just going to remove all the old mortar all the way to here, all at the top, and then I'm going to stop just above the doorway because obviously Budo's going to be taking that down and doing his magic. So I've just finished helping, well, doing a big job for Budo, filling up the holes with the concrete because he's got so much to do. So if I can help anywhere, it obviously helps Budo. So I'm just going to get all this raked out and then do the job I love doing, and that's pointing.
So you can see I've got this wall in on this side now. We've had a really good productive day today, me and Trace. I've got this wall up, all them cut. I had to rip down the wall plate, the wall plate as well, because it was too wide. Laid a few boards down, not fixed, just so we could be safe and move about. I wanted Tracy to be able to have a walkway so she could walk up and do that there. These big openings here, they're going to have windows in here. So I'm just going to work out the height of the bottom rail on both of them. That'll be eventually, if it becomes, we get the permissions, that will become a bathroom. This will be a big bedroom. So whoever wakes up here, there'll be a nice big double bed somewhere around here. And they'll get up in the morning and they'll come out and survey this beautiful place we live in. Especially in the winter, because you can see it much further in the winter when the trees, obviously, leaves are falling off and that. But anyway, going back to this, I digress. Yeah, so, and this will be a bathroom window here. So, be another little window here. Probably won't have frosted in here because no one can see in, really. We don't get no one come over that in. So, if you're a stalker and you're hiding in bushes, and you'll be able to see us in our cheeky bits. No, I'm joking. But it's coming along lovely now. You know, once you start to get framework up, it doesn't take long when you know what you're doing. And you start banging it up. Now I'll start on this wall tomorrow. Start building all this. First of all, I'll build the wall same as these, and then the apex will go on top. And then it's about tying that apex in and bracing it both ways this way to make it solid. And then I've got a lovely job for you in another video. I can't get a long enough ridge beam, so I'm going to have to do a nice scarf joint on there. So those who don't know what a scarf joint is, look it up. You'll see me making one of them. We used to do this quite often when I lived in London. as a lad. That's where I was born. And as I was growing up and learning my apprenticeship and starting my first jobs, I used to work on mansarded roofs all over places like Islington, London, Kensington, Chelsea, all different places, all nice places as well. And done lots of them mansarded roofs in my time. And we used to have to do the scarf joints because the width of the Georgian houses were too wide for the timbers we had. So that'll be a nice little project. And I'll be doing a ledged bracing work there, probably on a ridge. Will probably sit in some sort of a saddle joint. So there'll be a bit of joinery work to be done here. But I've had a great day. So I'm going to go clear up now. Sit down, eat one of Tracy's lovely curries. And have a beer. Get some sleep and get ready for tomorrow. Yes. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe. And, you know, we still need your help on the old buy me a coffee and, well, mainly on the GoFundMe. Because we are still a few grand short on this one. We are robbing it off of other jobs to get this, because it's going to cost us about total 11 grand we've worked out. It's really moving on at a pace now. See you all on the next one.